Welcome back, everybody, to the Lonely Basement. Baseball cards. And today, guys, we have the White Plains show recap. We were not going to go to the show. Originally, we were thinking of skipping this weekend because of work. And we thought that was stupid. So we went to the show. March Madness. Maybe it has something to do with the basketball tournament. I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, we decided to go because we did need to pick up something we paid for in Philly. We needed to pick it up from our friend Mike. Speaking of Mike Bo Cards. Bo Cards. Over 12,000 cards listed on eBay. Great dealer, Mike. He is our friend. He's a great dealer. He's got great stuff. Look at that. QR code. Next time we're at Philly, Chantilly, White Plains, or the official card show, be sure to see Mike. Get some junk wax, get some packs, get some great vintage. And we did go to see Mike and pick something up. But then, of course, we had about a 3-hour window before we had to go to work. So it was a long day. But before the long day started, we spent 3 hours buying baseball cards. And the show was good. Had a great time. Talked to a lot of hobby friends at the show. And the one thing about the show, there was a long line to get in when I first got there, but it went pretty quick once they opened up. It wasn't quite as bad as what I saw from the last video, which I did not attend this Saturday. But the Sunday, it was like kind of a long line outside, pre-9 o'clock. I think that was some effect of the previous show. A lot of people tried to get in early, and but it went pretty quick once we got in. And once I got in, the floor was pretty quiet at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. One thing I will say, it seemed all right. A lot of the dealers were mentioning, some dealers mentioned to me, how it was a little quiet. That's what I heard. I don't know. But multiple dealers said it was a little quiet Friday, Saturday, compared to the past. So we will see how Lucky's does in White Plains and Shriners. So we did get a bunch of stuff, guys. So this one might take a minute, only because it's a lot of stuff. We did pretty well in a 3-hour tour. 3-hour tour. All right, guys, let's get into what we got. Let's start with Mike real quick, since we shouted out Mike already. So what do we get from Mike? Just a couple little things, but we went there to pick something up. I'll show that in a second. But Mike had a little box to set up. And he had some Mattingly stuff in there, and I could not help myself because I needed this card. We're going to have this card. This is a 1995 Upper Deck SP Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. Profiles. A gold insignia. This is a SP Upper Deck. I did not have this. I just was flicking through, and I was like, what is that? I don't have that. So we picked it up. What's going on? There we go. We got to get closer today. We got to get a little closer. Come a little bit closer. I know. I picked up an 86 Topps because I needed this card, and he had a pile of Mattingly's there, and I couldn't just pick up one card. So I picked up another 86 Topps for fun. We picked up the 87, sorry, right? Yeah, 87 Sportflix. Every time I see a Sportflix, come on, I'm going to pick it up. We grabbed a gold winner. I think I have the winner and the regular gold. I'm not even sure. I either have one or both, but that is the winner. The gold winner, Mattingly. And I picked up an 87 Leaf Donruss Leaf Donnie Baseball, which we also already have. But we needed this one, so let's put a few cards in a stack. The Mattingly collection grows in duplicates. The other thing we got from Mike, which I saw it, he had just grabbed it, and I said, no, I gotta get that it was a good deal. I got a good deal. This, and Lou, shout out to Lou, Godlike Collectibles, had shown this recently, and I was like, I never even saw that, because I guess in 05, where was I? I was upstate in 05. I wasn't in the city. And you need to kind of get these at newsstands in the New York City metro area. And these are the New York Yankees Immortals, the pin collection from the New York Post. This is the binder. And you put the little pins in here. It is super cool. 2005 New York Post. We got Joe DiMaggio, Whitey Ford, Billy Martin, Casey Stengel, Babe Ruth, Munson, Howard, Larson, Mattingly, Maris, all the greats, Reggie Rizzuto, Lazari, Catfish, Greg Nettles, Lefty Gomez, Ron Guidry, Mickey Yogi, and Lou. It basically has every great player that I collect. New York Post. And we have the full set of the pins. I don't know if we'll show you every pin, but let's try to give you the idea. There's the Mick. And these are collectible. There you go. And that's the backs. There's number 7. You get the idea. You take these and you put them in the binder. And you get one a week. There's Casey. There's Lou, the Iron Horse, number 4 in your program. These are just super cool Yankee nostalgia. I love the New York Post. I read it every day. I used to read the New York Post, the paper version, every day. My father was a big paper guy. I've mentioned that before. Always had the New York Post, the Daily News, the Times Herald Record, our local paper, and the New York Times, and did the Times crossword puzzle every day, especially on Sunday. Lefty Gomez. I need some Lefty Gomez cards. I don't have a Plain Days Gomez card. I got a pre-war, you know how it goes. Donnie Larson. But this is like the whole run, guys. This is like all the greats. There's a Billy Martin, all my favorites. The Billy Martin is great. A Roger. We're piling them up. I think I'll leave these in here. Greg Nettles. Catfish. Let's go through them all. Why not? We're here. Whitey Ford. There's the Reggie. Mr. 44. And I don't think there's the Donnie. Number 23. Number 23. And I don't think I'll pull these, but you never know. There's our Thurman. Beautiful picture of Thurman. You've seen that picture many times. Mr. 15. There's Phil, the Scooter. Mr. Guidry. And last but not least, Joltin' Joe DiMaggio. So that is cool. We have a whole big giant pile of these. We've got the book that they go in. We've made a mess on the table. The hot mess card table is back, guys. It is a different physical table, but it has become a hot mess again. So I don't know. Do I pull them out? Do I not pull them out? I like to keep things intact, but it's something like this. Maybe it's just cooler to have them in the booklet, but it's also cool to have them in the packaging. You could get one a week, and then they were gone. And when they were gone, they were gone. Well, now I have the whole set and the book, which is super cool. Thank you, Mike. Got a good deal there. And we got one more thing from Mike. We'll save that to the end. Why not? We'll save it to closer to the end. Next up, we saw Lenny from CardCast. Like and subscribe. Lenny from CardCast. Lenny is a great dealer. He's a great guy. I know Sammy mentioned him. Lenny's making great videos now. Great from a dealer perspective, really trying to show you what goes into going to a card show, what happens when you're a dealer, and also building his own personal PC collection, which is always, I'm sure, if you were a dealer, there's a fine line between PC and what do I sell. So I'm sure that's a tricky dance some dealers play, but Lenny, it was great to see you again. Like and subscribe to CardCast. And when we saw Lenny, we made some good connections with Lenny, and Lenny did give us a gift. Lenny knows of my Thurman Munson love from the channel, and Lenny gifted me this 1974 Top Stamps, and right there in the corner is Mr. Thurman Munson. Now, unfortunately for Thurman, he's the end of the sheet, but it's just still super cool to have that. That was a beautiful piece to go in the Munson collection. We will leave it just as it is and keep that for perpetuity. Well, come on, Thurman. I'll tell you guys, I don't know if it's my camera or what lately, but it used to not be a problem, and now I'm like working. I'm working here. I did move the camera a little closer, or a little further, because it's a different table. So I think maybe it's just, I lost my mojo with the old table. What are you going to do? And we went through Lenny's bargain boxes. and you'll see some themes here on some of these stacks. We got a 71 Kekik for the 71 run. We picked up a Frank Tepedino, Mr. High Number himself. That's a beautiful shot of Frank. Beautiful shot of the bleachers. Now these next two, this is what happens when you team set collect. You're like, do I want these cards? I need these cards. These we got Joe Urbanek, no hat, very plain card. If it didn't say Yankees on the top, we wouldn't need it. And we got the Pete Ward, couple high numbers, and the Pete Ward again, airbrushing, wrong uniform. It just says Yanks up there. But hey, I needed it for the team set. It is part of the team set, so we needed it. Peter Thomas Ward. Couple. A top sign number, actually. One top sign number. We picked up a strikeout leader, and that is Ralph Terry. We showed the other one the other day. This is the strikeout leaders. We showed the win leaders the other day, and this is the strikeout leaders, the pitching leaders card. So we found this in Lenny's boxes, rooting through, and that is nice for me to fill that team set slot. And last but not least, we picked up a 54 Eddie Lopat. Now, this is a, what you would say, loved card, but this card is clean. It is just got the rounded edges, the old school. It's been loved, but it is crease-free. It is super clean in the front. Beautiful red, nice color. So that was a great steal. Thank you, Lenny, for that deal. Nice stack from Lenny for the team set collection and a beautiful gift. What is this? Here we go. All right. Team set collecting. We'll go quick. 74 Fred Stanley. We went to a binder guy because I was sick of seeing some of these sets not complete. 74 Fred Stanley. 74 Ron Blomberg. The first DH in the world. In MLB. We got the 78 Catfish, which we did not have. We only had the Burger King. The 78 Tidrow. The 79s, we got the Yankee Prospects. Brian Doyle, your star on that one. 79 Kenny Clay. 79 Nettles. Again, we went to one of the binder guys, and we just hunted for about a half an hour. Jim Beattie, 79. Dick Tidrow, 79. I don't know why I just ignored the 79s for a while, but I did, I guess. Don Gullett, 79. Jim Spencer, 79. The Mr. Paul Blair. Cliff Johnson. Love this card, actually. It's a beautiful card of Cliff with the orange chest protector. We love the orange chest protector. And we needed a 79 Piniella. So, what did we do there? We completed, I took out the book, and we completed 74, 78, and 79. So, I am now complete. 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, and 79, and 80. So we're into 72 and 71 tops, 70 tops. We're kind of digging into them. A couple of those left. They're home. And we will keep pushing into the 60s as we work to complete our team sets. But I am excited not to be buying common 70s cards for much longer. That's why I like to skip around, because if I stick into one team, that's why I don't complete them fast. Because I keep, a couple of these, couple of these, couple of these, and then I never complete a set. So I was focused. I said, what's left in the middle? And I chopped it up, and I bought them. Done. All right. 92 Donruss. We went to Mr. Phil Marks, the great autograph guy. And Mr. Marks, the dealer, had a 92 Kevin Moss auto, 92 Donruss, with a broken bat in his hand, leaning on the ground. And for a couple bucks, for like $6, we're going to buy that every time. Beautiful. I trust Phil and his autograph knowledge, and we will always buy autographs unauthenticated from Phil, because they are authenticated by him. So we have that 92 Donruss Kevin Moss. It is beautiful. I couldn't pass it up when I saw Kevin Moss. I need some Brian Taylor autos. They're actually a little expensive. I was looking. I was looking. All right. What else did we pick up? We picked up two more things. We picked up a card for our Mantle Run. We were looking at a couple cards from this dealer, and this one fit our eye and fit the budget for this card, and it is why we picked it up. We got the 63 Bombers Best in A4, if you care of such things. Now, I've wanted this card. It's one of the top cards I wanted on the Mantle Run for a while, just because it's a cool multiplayer card. I like the multiplayer cards. And this card I've been hunting for, centered a little bit, just like decent. And I like this one. I paid up just a hair. Not crazy, but I paid up, I feel like, just a hair. If I would have bought this raw, like a little different, but for a slab PSA, that centering, I got a good deal. Now this card, as we like to talk about grades, this card, I can't figure out why it's a PSA 4. It is a pretty brand new number, 99. There is a little tiny, and I know, don't show the flaws, there's a little tiny white bubble, teeny tiny one, on the side. And there's some scratching on the case, which reflects down, but it doesn't, I don't think, it's the case, it's not the card. I can't figure out what is wrong with this card, what blemish is on this card. I can't see a scratch, a ding. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I had it under magnification. It isn't a slab, so sometimes it's hard to tell. But this is a beautiful card. My 63 Bombers Best, crossed off the mantle basement checklist, and crossed off the 63 Topps Yankee Team Run. Beautiful. Bobby Richardson, hero of the 62 World Series. Tommy Tresh, old reliable. There you go. Beautiful. One last pickup. Tommy Hendrick was old reliable. Tommies. Too many Tommies. What is in my hand? You may recall, we bought this card on eBay. My beautiful Mattingly Nestle. But before we bought this card, we made a deal to buy this, the 1984 Nestle set, complete, uncut. Let's try to show our Donnie baseball. There it is. So I have the entire set in all its glory, bought from Mike at Bow Cards. Thank you, Mike. I got a good deal. Mike, you're the man. I now have the Nestle set, uncut, and an extra Donnie in there. I'm thinking of using these as, not using them, but putting these in something and framing them and putting them out as decoration. I'm not going to cut them, obviously. It's interesting. Stooks, actually, I made a comment on my video about this, that it looks like it's machine cut. And he said, oh, I thought they were all hand cut. But I know people do cut these. There are guys that will cut these for you, but they're not going to be quite in the Topps machine cut quality. But I know there are guys that will cut these sheets professionally. And this one particularly, I believe, looks like it was definitely cut from a machine, in my opinion. But I'm not going to cut these. I've seen hand-cut sets of these where they're all kind of like, if you look them in a box, there's like a little, waves of the height. Because I don't think there's guys that do it, but I don't think it's still the same kind of quality of slicing as the Topps factory would do. They're not experts in cutting sheets of cards. They're experts in cutting stuff, I think. So anyway, 84 Nestle, entire set, rolled up in a ball with the Mattingly in there. We got our Bombers Best. We had a great day. Let's just say we had a great day. And we didn't really spend that much money, guys. This is a lot of nickel and diamond. We got a Kevin Moss auto, which we love. We got some team set building done. And we had a great time talking to Mike, talking to Lenny, walking the show, talking to Phil Marks. And we had a great day. We picked up an 87 Leaf. Gotta have it. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. 20 minutes and 20 seconds on the White Plains Card Show. Lucky's Card Show. March Madness. Strongsville's coming. We're in Strongsville mode now. This is pretty much it. And now we're in Strongsville mode. So let's get ready. Have a good one.